Well, it's actually, actually over. I think. I mean, just a 3 second I see, okay. I mean, I click, I heard, I was like, yep, this is actually over.
Australian federal court ruled today that the rights of biological women come second to those of biological men.
Yep, you got it? I was like, yeah, this is.
Roxy, you're a transgender woman from regional New South Wales. You played hockey for 10 years from when you were 16 years old, but you stopped when you were 26. Why?
Something didn't feel quite right, and it has taken me decades longer to look back and try and dissect that and understand that I really didn't like being in the male changing rooms. They were, I felt really uncomfortable there. I didn't like the smells or the sounds.
You know, I also don't like to get changed in front of anybody, not just a girl, even with the boys. I don't like sleeping with the boys or girls, literally. I don't even like. That is just a normal hygiene. That is normal reaction to the normal human being. It has nothing to do with, oh, you are a transgender. People literally get confused. Yeah, literally. The moment is just, I don't want to talk about this topic because if I go in this topic, okay, there is so much psychological, biological things that will makes you think, yeah, gender doesn't exist in any case. It's just, ah, let's not talk about that, or it's going to confuse a lot of people in that case. I also get confused for a long time in this topic, and then I will realize what is going on actually.
Oh my god. What is wrong with these people? Holy fuck,
Roxy.
it's gotta be a skit? I know. Roxanne Tickle wins a landmark ruling.
Roxanne Tickle, who sued a female-only app for discrimination. She has won the case.
Very pleased by the outcome of my case. I hope that it assists trans and gender diverse people and their loved ones to heal. The court found unanimously that I was unlawfully directly discriminated against, an effort into ridiculing, degrading and mocking me.
She was banned from the app and she took that court to the federal court and has won $20,000 in damages.
$20,000.
Plus costs as well.
Absolute insanity. Our courts and government are being run by complete lunatics. I'm truly devastated. Man who claim to be women have more rights than actual.
What do you think, huh? No. What do you think? Wait a minute. Man who claims to be a woman have more rights than the actual woman in the industry. That is fucking hilarious. Literally, one fights for generations, for centuries to get the rights. Do you know? And they don't have a rights. It is actually a trans woman has more rights. My god, this is fucking hilarious. But what I'm trying to say is that I even forget literally.
Women in Australia. It's women that are being discriminated against, not the men who claim to be us. But in a sense,
Oh yeah, I'm trying to say is that who is the one who writes the law? You give democracy, yeah. Let's vote. Everybody votes and everybody gets satisfied, and whoever makes the majority vote going to win. You want that kind of system? You got this, yeah. Why? This is what happens when you give majority a fucking power, because majority are stupids. That's just reality. I'm not saying that people are below the they have no IQ, nothing. What I'm talking about, being an idiot means it's like this. Their understanding is to survive. That's it. They are not. Their understanding is not there to understand how things work, how world work in actual reality, the reality itself. There is a 5 level of intelligence. Most people just in a level 3 of intelligence, literally. You really think that people who are in level 3 can decide what is going to happen in the politics? You are literally trying to make 18-year-old person who doesn't even understand psychology, politics, say them to board. What is going to happen? This is going to happen. entire law is going to get fucked up upside down. That's what happens. This is just what happens when you give people who have no understanding of how world works. This is going to exactly going to happen.
Nothing has changed, and we will all wake up tomorrow and men will still not be women. Look at all the women helping.
But I will say one more thing, that even if you take away the rights of the democracy and the voting, there's a problem that who is going to take care. So there's always a problem of no matter what. So I think there is a way of doing it. Let's have a test. Who can actually give a vote? Like actually a test of some kind of a like IQ test, yeah. Who has such a IQ test, who can understand psychology, politics, and understand how things work in this reality. And if you can pass, you are not going to be able to vote. If you are able to do that, you literally are going to reduce the idiots from the world, because most of the vote come from where? Ideology, yeah, politics. People who are idiots got in the ideology politics, and they don't even realize what is who to vote, who not to vote. Yeah, they always like, oh, I want to vote this because I want to vote this. They don't even know why they are voting anyway.
Him destroy their rights. Like, again, it's most important to be perceived as virtuous and good rather than actually be virtuous and good. So that's why they're enabling this kind of behavior. It's ideologically driven. There's no logic or reason to it at all.
Yeah, sometimes you don't need logic. Sometimes people are just emotionally driven. Like, what is emotion? There are two kind of emotion. One, actual emotions. Okay, you feel happy, you feel joy, those kind of a feel. It's a logical emotions. Feelings and emotions are logical. What we call emotions are reaction. You touch, you touch something heat, yeah, you got a reaction. You, you uh you go in a entirely icy water, you start to get cold. That is a reaction, yeah. That is like a normal reaction. You don't think, it just happens automatically, default. And most people just go with that. They don't think, they just let their brain do whatever they want, like a default. They don't think. The moment you stop thinking, you're not logical, you are not emotions anymore, you are just an stupid who is just doing as your feelings are saying you to do. Being emotional means understanding the emotions. That's what a logic is. Being emotions means, but people will say, oh, you need to be emotion. Being emotional doesn't mean react, means understandment. Okay, understand the feelings.
Western society, this is from J.K.
But they can't
Rowling.
even do
Western
that.
society is currently divided between people who know this
Yep.
is a man and
Yeah,
are
yeah.
prepared to say so, and those who know this is a man and lie out of obedience to an ideology. There is no third option. Literally nobody on earth thinks Roxanne Tinkle is actually a woman. We all know this. Everybody knows this. Why are we doing this? The new face of astrology.
Why? Because we are afraid. What do you think? That most of the people do it, huh? Because they are afraid. Literally, there's a arrogance. People who think that they are superior than other people. There is a ideology who people doesn't understand. Then there is a people who got in this ideology politics, yeah. And then there is a people who are afraid of saying anything. And mostly it is those people, yeah. You will find mostly those people who are afraid of saying anything, and that's why our society is mostly like this. I see those kind of people are like, because of you kind of people, our world never going to get anything, because they are the majority. Understand that people who are afraid of saying anything or doing anything, okay, they are the mostly the majority of our world, yeah. And that's why we never go, they always go with the what majority wants or what is the loudest. They don't want to upset anybody because they can't even take a risk.
And misogyny. Oh my fucking god. I hope that as this becomes more and more of a parody of itself, we have people that run for government that are willing to just simply stomp it out. And I think that's what's going to happen, by the way. I think that you're seeing more and more candidates that are just simply unwilling to even engage in like the fantasy of this for even a second, for even a slight moment. That's it.
This is part of a ridiculous. I mean, like, you literally, this is just, what can I say? Yeah, this is hell for ridiculous. This is happening in Australia. This is not a long when this is going to happen in every country. USA, Canada, Australia. Sorry, Australia is happening. Europe, European countries, yeah. And then what? American South Asia. I hope it doesn't happen in here. I'm just thinking, what about the Middle East? There's no way in the Middle East it will happen. It will take 1,000 years. Yeah, I hope.